Peace and blessings and keep up the lessons. You know what this is your boy, but not your little boy, Crypto B-Boy coming at you. Yeah, I'm here today. I want to just get into this stuff with these guys, man. These guys, they gotta grow up. The Fudsters, yeah, the Fudsters. Beware of them and the Shielders and so forth. One of the main guys, and I gotta put him out there. I'm just been getting kind of over it. But before I do that, let's get ready and get into it. Are you ready? Let's get it. Alrighty then. Yeah, man. Well, the main person I'm trying to talk about is this guy named Cryptocurrent, is his name now, or what he goes by, and aka Crypto Rick. And I gotta put him out there and his, I guess, partners, his, whatever, gang, or what have you, guys who just trying to do the same thing he's doing. And he tries to say, "Oh, this is not FUD," and you have to, you guys always want to come in and say I'm fudding and utilize that statement to stigmatize or whatever words he wants to use to say that we're insinuating that that's what he's doing all the time, and he's not bringing any like, a constructive argument or constructive criticism about, and doing analysts, analyzing different aspects of maybe some errors in other crypto projects like XRP, who they keep coming after redundantly, broken record type of, you know, way, which is ridiculous because you're going over the same stuff usually, stuff that we've already gotten past. Neil already spoke about, Matt already spoke about, Quincy Jones already spoke about. T broke down because he knows the language, he knows the tech. He's an IT, he does this. You understand? And various other people that do have other tech information baggins, uh, you know, uh, um, scams. He tries to be neutral, but he leans more to the side of where he's leaning. And I'm not going to say whether it's a project he's involved in or whatever, but there's a lot more darts at the XRP project or XRP Ledger, right? And it not having any value. These are these guys' mentality, and this is their rhetoric. You understand? And it's redundant and it's ridiculous that it continues, and they keep coming into places and spaces and like almost literally attacking, like ganging up. You know what I'm saying? For me, I come from that. I know what that is. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten jumped plenty of times from other gangs or the rival gang from my rival, from my, whatever. I know what it is when people want to corner you, but on this level, we're in a, more intellectual level of things and we're talking and discussing. So it's not violence, not all that. But I'm just saying the symbolism of it is that, these guys come into these spaces and then they want to corner people and start hey, and asking questions all at once and almost at the same time, simultaneous. I'm sorry, tongue tie right there, tongue twister. Simultaneously, right? So, like for one instance with Zach Reactor was in his space. Current was there, and this guy Dark Horse. That's another dude, Dark Horse. I'm putting you guys out there, man. I'm done. I'm finished. And the reason is because I'm a heartful person. I'm telling you this, and I want good for you. But you're caught up into your bubble. You're gone. So you want to go astray off the beaten path of being an investor, and just letting everybody just invest as well and learn. And whatever you learn that's new, if something, a project, okay, you tell the people about the project. But but going in and talking down about another project, that's where the line gets drawn, bro. That's where the line gets drawn. Because I know what I know, and the people that I follow know what they know. So you're gonna argue with me about what I'm investing in and tell me mine is wrong and plummeting? I don't do that with Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, what is those guys? The Bitcoin maximalists, maxis as they call them. They've been doing that. So now we are XRP community. So supposedly, because the community's torn up, but you are over there talking junk about what you know lost hope in, because you lost hope in it. Now you want everybody else to lose hope in it. That's your thing, bro. You take your position and you position yourself where you want to go. If you want to go to XPR Community Proton, that's fine. I don't have nothing wrong with that project. I think it has some prospects. I think it has a future. Just like I believe I still have, hypothetically into other projects that I still hold on with my bags that I have for the hypothetically for those. I want to hypothetically get wealthy off of whatever's going to come in for me, whatever return from my investment. That's what investor is. They're going for return in their investment. I keep saying this, but it doesn't go through into the head and stay because arrogance is blocking it. You think you know it all. This is what we got to. This is clear. This is clear. This is clear. But I want you guys to listen to what you should not do and what you should be aware of. Beware of this stuff. In one of his spaces, this guy, cryptocurrency that he made, and it was a few days back or maybe a week or so more back. And I don't remember, but I'm going to let you listen to how these guys, not that, do their thing. You know what I'm saying? Try to do their thing and what they've been doing. And my thing is, you're not stopping. You're redundantly broken record, and you guys are just bankrupt. You just don't have it. It's like a person who loses a lot of stuff and it has nothing to lose but to make everybody else miserable with them. Okay, so if that's the fact, we hope best for you. So you got to get yourself together, bro. You got to get your life together and stop trying to make everybody else's situation of what they feel is good for them and their hope and break their hopes. It's one thing you're going to bring, okay, well, be careful of doing this. Be careful of the ledger, right? We know we're going to transfer money from the ledger, but the ledger has some issues with it. Or we know that the descent has some issues with it. And I'm just talking about on a just using a scenario of products. XRP is an asset. It's a digital asset, right? And it has value from what has been already cleared. That's where the value comes in and it's extracted from. That the XRP extracts from that which is used. The utility, the utilization that goes through the XRPL. That's just simple. Whatever you want to use all these technicalities on banking amounts of money that has been spent, and then you connecting nefarious so-called nefarious acts, alleged nefarious acts of what the company's done and how to show that they're not legitimate and they are scammers and they are frauds. And that's another thing. You throw out allegations that you got to be careful because you can be taken to court. If Ripple was to get a gist and say, okay, this guy or these people were messing with our business, we want to sue them. They sue them for messing with their business by what are you doing? You're not violating, but you're dang, I can't even get the word out. But basically, you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? This can cause their business to go down and lose business, so forth, if you can do that. But he's not doing it. He's just a crony. He's a crony. He's not, and I hate to say that. I don't like to insult people. I'm not a type of person to do that. But that's where he's at right now because of the stuff that he's been doing. And these guys who follow him. Now, scams, he tries to be neutral, but he's got to learn, yo, bro, you got plenty of people who are telling you what things are, what they are, what Ripple is for, what they're doing, why they're here, why they're there. This is it, man. But anyway, let's listen. I'm going to start from here and you can hear, and we can go through. I'm gonna do a little bit of commenting on what they're saying, and then we're gonna finish off as as quick as possible. I don't want to make this too long, but I'm just trying to show you that you know just be careful, people. Don't allow these people to get you. That's all I'm saying. And if you're here, thank you. I appreciate it. And keep up with me and stay with me. Don't forget to subscribe. Click the like button. You know what I mean? And keep it going. And stay with me until this video's over. If you can, I appreciate it. And if not, put me in the playlist. Like I've said earlier before in the other past videos, that you don't have to listen to a video that's too long all at once. You can put it in the playlist, come back and listen to it, finish it off if we're happy. It's up to you. So anyway, okay, so let me let you go with it. Hold on for a sec. Get it right up. No, that's the wrong thing. I'm sorry. Okay, here we go.
I don't know what you mean by squash it. In one word, explain why the corridors thing doesn't mean nothing for the price of this is substantial price of XRP. Just in one sentence.
Well, it sounds like scams just describe that there's these market makers serve a fundamental purpose by maintaining liquidity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't follow what cryptocurrency just asked him to do. He didn't give one sentence, but that's what cryptocurrency was trying to set up, so they can get some word from the scams because he has tech background. So that's supposed to be, giving them a basis, a foundation of their argument being valid. Not, we're not all dumb people. I mean, I'm 53 years old. I don't like to just push my age like, okay, I'm better than you because I'm older or whatever. But we have wisdom, us older guys. Like, and I think Alan from his show, the Staples, I think it's Staples Cryptos, if I'm correct. Let me see, make sure, because I want to get it right. But I know a lot of you know the old head Alan from his videos that he puts out. Real cool guy, very cool, peaceful guy, man. Staple Crew. Yeah. Allen, and he does his thing, man. He talks about a lot of stuff that's really good, and he drops a lot of jewels. He has wisdom, and even in my faith, the prophets of that, by of God and so forth, they're given wisdom at the ages, or the wisdom doesn't come to them, or they don't even being given prophethood until they reach 40. Okay, and that's once you reach 40, that starts setting in. You start learning about life. You start understanding how things are. You learning through your experiences, whether they're good or bad. You learn through them. So we know something, guys. We know something. Alan knows something. I know other older guys trying to give you guys, younger guys, some, and a lot of you younger guys are very intelligent. I mean, you have more knowledge of the tech. Those of you who are in the tech, and even some other areas of this fintech, world, as I like to call it, meaning finance and technology mixing together, called cryptocurrency, as we know, blockchain technology, so forth. But let me let you continue.
Okay, so go ahead, back to you guys.
Let's go to JB.
Hey guys, thanks for having me up. I just wanted to come up and just for a second talk a little bit about what I know. And I'm not a lawyer or anything like that, so just to be clear,
Cool.
I just know a couple things about Ripple. If you look on my page, I have at the top, there's an amicus brief posted there that was written on behalf for supporting them, and it's really informative. And I think what it really boils down to, and just to give you guys like some insight, like I know we're talking about like millions of dollars that maybe the founders did get to make money. Okay, so but in that same sentence, I know, like I'm gonna sit here and tell you that I know that Wells Fargo, which is a bank in the United States, I think it was like $3.2 billion they were fined, or 3.9, or maybe 3.7, excuse me. They were just fined that much money for like literally misapplying loan payments, charging incorrect interest fees, and for wrongfully foreclosing on people's homes and repossessing cars. So this is not specific to like one industry. It's money. It needs some steps. Like we're like back in the 30s when they came in and there were cowboys and Indians like robbing banks. Like, what did they do? They created the FDIC. Right now is a time that is going to build the space, and I think that's the most important thing to remember with XRP. I feel like it's important that the foundations are set so that way, instead of it being enforcement, you have to have stuff written before it can actually be enforced, and that's, I think, where the SEC is making a mistake. So that's all I
your
wanted
point
to say.
is your
So me, I'm going to cut off with those guys because they want to try to question her. But I get where she was coming from. She's trying to say that this space is all new. It's still young, and regulation hasn't even come. The standards, there's no real true standard to base as far as what's a security, what's that Hinman excuse me, not Hinman, the Howey test is not applicable to be used to base like as a standard for digital assets, digital currency. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. So that this whole case is like ridiculous. But we know why, and those of us who are a little bit above just the reality or just what it seems literal, we know the symbolism and everything behind the closed doors. It's all part of the plan. Like I say, it was all part of the plan. And the plan is to stifle innovation with Ripple, companies like Ripple or whatever, to kind of push back crypto innovation or people investing, being able to have control of the assets. But other than them having control of the assets, is that the people and the powers that be and the elites and the banks and the this and the that have control, more control. So then we got to come to them if we want some of that. No, that's why the case is where it's at, to put a halt, to still stall everything so they can get in and get more of the control. This is what is going on. Also, as far as coming with regulation and getting that part done as well, I would say, all part of the plan. So let's continue on and we'll jump up a little bit.
point is that it's a wild west of crypto, and it's evolving, and it'll get patched up and resolved as we go along. Okay, scams, go ahead.
No, not patched up. No, not patched up. It just it needs
grow.
clarification.
Oh, okay.
Right.
But deep, you want to dive,
let's go.
and I want to stay on goal here. But there's no question. The United States is intentionally giving the East the advantage with crypto development, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I
let's jump
believe
past
it's a
that.
great thing, like long term, overall, kind of be the more dominant player. But
The banks have been doing that type of stuff for years. It's called the cost of doing business. I mean, it's not just Wells Fargo. It's, JP Morgan Chase, and it's Citibank, it's HSBC. They all get caught with their hand in the cookie jar, and they have to end up paying for it, but it's a cost.
He tried to say what JB said and spoke about, that he's trying to use that to say this is scams. He's trying to use that as a reason to base his argument of that. Yeah, that's why we know that Ripple is liable of doing this nefarious acts that they're trying to say and being scammers or being fraudulent, right? So that's what he's using. That's scams.
Born Bitcoin, right? The cypherpunks didn't really like a lot of that stuff, and they wanted a system. You have Chris Larson, and as Crypto Rick has mentioned earlier, they're now billionaires. They're billionaires just like the bankers, and yes, they're embroiled in a lawsuit, but that's no better than what we had before with the bankers. So, they then say to everybody, "Oh,
So they're comparing them.
coming after us," and it's the same game. Yes, Bitcoin. That's it. That's it. And that's what I'm saying. It's against the suits. People mistake this about Ripple or Algorand or verse. Dude, it's the rich versus the poor. It's very simple. We're out here eating ramen noodles. They're on their yachts, and yet they're crying
well,
poor or
a lot
crying.
of them have worked hard to.
You sound like you're really bitter towards rich people. I mean, at some point, I understand where you're coming from, where he's coming from, but come on, you got to grow up out of that and know that You may be rich one time, or are you going to still be this same type of person that you're like? It's the rich against the poor, and we're striving to be to have freedom and to have good for us and equality and come on, man, stop playing that role, because for me, I'm gonna keep it 100. I want to be wealthy. I want to be rich. I want to have a taste of what those people, how they lived, but also give it to other people and give them the opportunity and build things for other people, build schools, do these types of things that are going to help people that don't have. That's me. But I'm not going to be a selfish rich person, inshallah, God willing, that it does take place. Okay. So anyway,
Get to where they are, not just in general, like when it comes to rich versus poor.
Someone once told me, behind every great fortune is a great fraud.
I've heard that.
see,
Utility, you've got your hands up. Utility, you've got your hand up.
Sorry about that. I think what's important for everyone to realize is that we're entirely at the mercy of what our preferred project tells us. No matter what their press releases, the connections we make, the assumptions we make, it's all based on what they tell us, which at its core, when it comes down to it, is not trustworthy and it's not verifiable. So if we're going to be in this space, we have to realize that. And Ripple's been in the game for one of the longest periods of time. So it's clear that this lawsuit and the documents and information coming out are exposing a few skeletons in the closet. They're under the microscope, heavily under the microscope right now, because this is an industry defining case. And I find a lot of the maybe this is a good process of discussing all of this and realizing how the nature of the space. But
100%.
we can compare,
Because we're pioneers.
yeah, we can.
Anyway,
he says, but we're pioneers. They cut them off. You see. But let me go.
when the volume's high and then it gets recycled and then it runs out and then the price will explode and blah blah blah. What's your response to that, Scams?
Well, I mean, so they have basically 50%.
We're gonna push
They
up
sell
this,
that
because it
XRP
gets
depending
get
on
into
how much
that
demand.
same redundantness, and that was when they first did it, but they still doing this and running this same rhetoric. I'm just tired of listening to it.
To be going for another 4 years at this point. Revenue comes from XRP sales. The other 2% of the deflationary, but it's true on a technical level is what happens when you transfer your XRP. Because this stuff in escrow has never been seen before, it's still XRP that goes back to the deflationary. And it's not that deflationary, just like in top TPS rate, but to what they sell, which every quarter you would say price Mike on Twitter, the market makers and selling.
Okay,
he is just the school teachers that I used to get taught mathematics and science, and I'm still in touch with them today. They hold XRP. This is so this is not like some little no. Let me finish what I'm saying. What about ODL? We still have quite a lot of escrow left. The amount of escrow is around 45 billion. Percent. So if it's a bull market extensions, it was supposed to end earlier. Percent of the revenue, but that's when to 10 years only rate equal to came in pocket with what they were doing with the chart and be like, I just really went.
Hey, can I share a thought? My apologies. I had my phone just died, so I was like, fuck. But anyways, Ripple is like McDonald's in the sense that the true business of McDonald's is they sell. They don't.
This is this guy spiritual, and he starts getting into this scenario or trying to make a symbolism of McDonald's and comparing it with Ripple.
So they sell it how it is. I'm not here to BS anybody. I'm here to get right to the point. The true business of Ripple is Corium, and the cheeseburgers that they sell is actually.
And now there goes the the Shilling, you know, the trying to get the people to say, okay, well, go and get into chromium, and the thing about it is, it's fine when you say check out chromium. It's the way you word things. Stop trying to pass the maneuver the people because you feel that XRP is not valuable or whatever these things that they speak on as far as it not having any user case as well, and then the company itself is fraudulent like cryptocurrency keeps trying to put out there. But this is what I'm going to keep on going. Let's keep on going. Oh, sorry. I got to click back out of this daggone thing. Oh, boy. I hate when this happens. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm going to close it out and go back in again. Sorry. Okay. Let's try to get it going again to where we want to get to.
Point of the people.
What do you know about
this is not just
Playing field idea.
so you know what I'm saying? It's really just as simple as that. I want you guys to understand. Every
All right, well,
time,
yeah.
every time Brad Garlinghouse has an interview, rewatch his interviews at Davos, rewatch his interviews from 3 or 4. That when this comes out, I'm telling you, I'm gonna feel so bad for people on an interview that Ripple X and Ripple have been investing the total amount's probably a lot higher. Is it XRP healthcare? NFTs on the XRP ledger that's getting Brad Garlinghouse. We've invested $500 million, and this was a year ago, by the way, so it's probably a lot more now. We've invested $500 million to $1 billion into XRPL based projects for the success of the ecosystem. Guys, I'm telling you right now, every time Brad's in an interview, he talks about how the core focus of Ripple is meeting the needs of enterprises with their enterprise solutions. People are getting the cheeseburger from Ripple that they sell you, but the true business that they actually have is the real estate, aka Corium, like McDonald's.
Now you see how he talks about Brad like as though you're on his level, dude. You're not even on his level. Like he doesn't even. He's not. He's past you just even being an investor. He's a big time business investor, and investing in a future that's like ridiculously phenomenal of where it can go. You understand what I'm saying? He invested his time and his efforts to take on that position as the CEO and get into this company. Okay, he made power moves. So how are you going to talk as though you're on his level? Like you can say and you don't even know that you don't even have no relationship with him. It's one thing when you have peers that on that level and they're in the same realm or environment of business, and they come to each other and then they know certain maneuvers like Trump. Let's say Trump going to Warren Buffett, you know what I'm saying, or talking to Bill Gates, and they going back and forth and making criticisms of their business transactions or business actions that they do, right? This is what you're doing, dude. Like I don't know who you are, spiritual, but from what I know, you're not on this guy. You're not on his level. So you need to keep your mouth shut. Not worry about somebody who's doing something way beyond what you're doing. What are you doing? Are you going into the corridors of these countries and trying to help these people to be able to be banked, to have their own bank, to have their own control over their own, life? This is the stuff that they're doing, or giving a society a chance, so that with the loss of their liquidity, like what's going on in Nigeria or what's going on in Lebanon, where they don't have no hope in their money anymore. What do they have? They have someone who can provide liquidity for them. A liquidity hub that is being built as we speak, or has already done with Ripple. You understand? You want to talk about him or certain statements he makes. Come on, man. That's like you're just going on social media or media, you know, kind of proofs. That's not the proof. The proof is that you be in the realm with them, like our young man and well versed in the space, doing work in the space real time. Quincy Jones, around you guys, probably your age, okay, and he knows what's going on. There's going to be a function in Las Vegas, XRP, Las Vegas conference, I think it is supposed to be, and he's supposed to be there. Others that are going to be there. John Deaton, certain people that are involved in the community and doing something instead of running the mouth and talking down about other projects and then shilling people to other projects. Low key, with your conniving slick way. I'm not stupid. I don't care about nobody else, but I'm not stupid. I haven't been on this earth only just yesterday. So you can play everybody else. You ain't playing me. And I'm coming at y'all because I'm tired of the mess. I'm tired of this stuff coming out and you coming at, like, I didn't like how Current and what's the name horse came at Zach, because I'm like the type of person, once I take, and I kind of befriend or I take a liking to somebody, I'm a genuine person. I take a like, even if I don't know you like that. Like, we haven't really touched each other, shook hands, and really got in front of each other's face, present on a real level of, in each other's presence. But I seen him. He probably seen me in my videos, and I got to realize that he's a decent guy from that position. From what I see of him and what I know of him. Now, if there's other things that I don't know, then that's not my business, and the same vice versa for him, for me. You know what I mean? I'm not a bad guy, so I'm not going to be coming at him in a way that I know him, and I think I know him, but that I have, that I'm arrogant like this. I'm not that type of person to think that, oh, I know this guy, he's this, he's that, or he's that, he's this. And this is how some of you people do. You don't even know each other. This is social media, bros. Come on. A lot of this stuff you get is from Google, online. Do you ever go into encyclopedias and search about Ripple? No, because they're not there, right? This is something new, but I understand. But y'all internet babies. Come on, man. Get it together. Let's keep it 100.
McDonald's is real business, is real estate, but they sell you cheeseburgers.
Let's go past
okay, because Ripple X was a specialized branch of the company that was focused on CBDC solutions. I'm telling everybody on this space, I'm not even going to speculate. This is a fucking fact. The XRP ledger could never handle central bank digital currencies. Matt Hamilton knows this.
And then he uses Matt Hamilton. And right now, at this time, these actions are going on. They're setting up to have CBDCs to be able to interoperability run with the XRP ledger. Okay? Don't give me that bull crap. You can say what you want.
That's what I'm saying. Then you can ask a question. All of these influencers who have been promoting XRP, I'm telling you, to $1 billion into the so you know what I'm saying? It's really
it's new XRP coming in. It's new XRP coming, which causes Ripple or XRP to be at $150-300 million. That looks big spikes in XRP. Interesting thing, Peter Thorne, okay, he was highly manipulated, and he just back then.
Ripple is like McDonald's in the sense that, the true business of McDonald's is they sell the true business of Ripple, and I'm just going to tell it how it is. I'm not here to BS anybody. I'm here to get right to the point. The true prize solution. They're going to do it. They just dated Ripple and Ripple. Is it XR PayNet? Or is it going to be how on the front page of their website they talk about tokenizing value, like Sologenic is trying to accomplish?
It's going to be the music. It's going to be the music NFTs on the XRP ledger.
Music NFTs on the XRP ledger that's getting Brad Garvin House. We've invested $500 million, and this was a year ago, by the way, so it's probably a lot more now. We've invested $500 million enterprises with their enterprise solutions. People are getting the cheeseburger from Ripple that they sell you, but the true business her from general manager of Ripple
So-
X, the company president.
How do you know that Ripple X was working on Corium, as you said?
Because Ripple X was a specialized branch of the company that was focused on CBDC solutions. I'm telling everybody on this space. I'm not even going to speculate.
Yeah, just stay calm. Just stay calm.
Can I ask a question?
No, it pisses me off because these influencers.
Can I ask a question?
No, let me finish what I'm saying.
What about ODL?
Let me finish what I'm saying, then you can ask a question. All of these influencers who have been promoting XRP, I'm telling you, they have been paid. A lot of them are
See, and this guy just wants to run his mouth because he's been talking most of the time. He doesn't even want to let nobody speak, especially he knows the people who are going to speak against that which he's trying to, spiel out,
receiving compensation. They're getting paid to mislead people. Do you understand how profitable that is? When everybody thinks XRP is the chosen asset, I know people like Rick said that they thought they figured out XRP was the chosen one. They went and bought a trailer, got rid of their phone, and they said they're going to check their computer in 2025 or 2027 and wake up a millionaire/billionaire. And they're going to wake up in those years and not even see, maybe it's $10, maybe.
That's those people. And the same with cryptocurrency. Want to use like examples like people who go because they don't have the proper mindset and how you're supposed to be as an investor. That's the point I keep trying, and that's what I do with these guys. And I know my video is going a little bit long. Stay with me, people, but I want you to see and know what you have to be aware of, because these guys they're extreme in their trying to, I guess, present proof for them to feel that they're right in their path going away from XRP and being standoffish from even the company because they feel that the company is nefarious in their actions and business and so forth, right? So these guys are something else. And I'm trying to tell you, they are not the types of investors that are smart enough to realize that what they're doing is not part of being a good investor. And you're wasting your time going into spaces when you should be finding other ways to make money. You should be trying to make sure that you don't have to touch your bags. Okay, yeah, you saying you neutral, like he's supposed to be saying. I don't know if you can listen on your own and go back and see and go to his space and find his what it says XRP. Have we been misled? Cryptocurrency, and you can listen to the recording, and you can find some of the statements, foolish statements he made, and some of the stuff that made sense. He says he's neutral, right? Okay, so stay neutral and stay on what you on and do what you do. You don't have to come to people and start promoting or coming at other projects and talking down about them, like especially XRP, the one that you did pull away from and decided to not, but you still say that you're saving and holding on to because who's to say you might get. Man, shut up. You don't make no sense. You contradict yourself. Okay, anyway.
Maybe it's $100, maybe it's $150, but the true prize is Corium, which is going to be the underlying infrastructure for the global economy. And we talk about how XRP Ledger has so many issues and so many. It just is flawed. Why would they bring the automated market maker now when they could have done it years ago? Why
are you speculating? Why? Because you don't know why. You should go and try to speak to them and find out why, dude. And then tell us and come back and tell us, oh, I spoke to Ripple and they said this. And use a recording if you have to, or something that they can send to you to tell you what is the daggone protocols, or what's the reason, or what's their position that they took that they wanted to bring market these things that you're talking about. Come on, man.
What would that be? Rick is a hero, and everybody who's disrespecting Rick and saying and talking shit and Zach.
Rick is disrespecting himself with what he's doing by acting the way he acts. He doesn't have to act this way. He can be just a daggone investor and hold his bags. And if he doesn't want to hold bags on something that he doesn't have any value in, or he doesn't feel that it's of any value, then he can get rid of them and sell them. That's his prerogative. But what he's doing is going to other projects and talking down about this project, but then giving this project ups. And that's bad in a sense because people want to know what's good and what's bad. And then people who don't have enough knowledge that they go and sit with people like, T, and they sit with Bags, with T and Bags and Kurt, and you got people who speak well about the what's the name on various levels, even the so-called things that may not happen, that may not go so well. They speak about the negatives as part, but they do not say that this XRP that we hold has no value or cannot get any value or has no function, no use case like these guys do. It doesn't make no sense when you got text that clarify that right in Ripple, but they'll tell you certain things and then you'll take it and run with it and try to use it as a foundation to your argument. That's what these knuckleheads do.
Rector.
Why would they bring Ethereum from going from proof of work to stake?
It's let me tell you something. Let me answer that question. Let me.
Why would Bitcoin create the lightning network?
Listen.
I mean, everybody has to grow, right? This is business.
No, it's not. It's not.
And they're a company, they're a business, and their products is XRP, ODL, X Rapid, so forth, on and on and on until they have no more to go.
Listen.
And this is the point of the people.
What do you know about
this is not just about?
What do you know about secret society?
Innovation is what I was trying to say. He kept cutting me, so I couldn't even get the word out. But I was trying to give him to let him know that these companies, some of them have nefarious acts. We got to keep that 100. We know some of them are rug pulls and scammers. There's 20-something thousand cryptocurrency projects or cryptocurrencies with the projects that built them up and started them, right? They're startups, right? Not all of them are good. We know that. XRP is in Ripple. It's from Ripple. Been around for years. Been doing his thing. Spoke to the SEC. Spoke to these people. Got their licenses. Got their business license. All of this stuff that they have to do what they're supposed to do. So where's the illegitimate actions and the nefarious actions? Okay, if they made errors and they made maneuvers in as far as when they first came out or first started to, gain money so they can basically fund their project, and they utilized sales and certain different maneuvers in sales with the XRP, right? As the people want to argue about. Plenty of companies made these errors, but they're moving forward. They're not, from what we know, they're not making the same mistakes twice. You understand what I'm saying? They're in the court case for that issue. So if those things come to be and it's clear that error that they did then does not have to do with the XRP now. The XRP that we hold. This is clear. We've been understanding this from the lawyers themselves as well. That have been dealing with talking about the case, but then y'all want to put them down and devalue their position, even though John Deaton is not the lawyer on the case, but he knows law and he knows what he's dealing with, and he's been studying, he's been in the books, and he's been going in and out of understanding of these laws and how things have to be applied better to what we're dealing with digital currencies now, not just commodities as the Howey test was first brought to deal with, and then later on they were used for other cases that was security cases that were brought by the SEC and so forth. So come on, man. But anyway, I want to let you continue. And
it's not just about
we're gonna finish
the ecosystem and the cryptocurrency spaces.
Wait, crypto. What do you know about?
It's about business.
What do you know about secret societies?
Investing is a part of business.
No. You're thinking this is business because
a major part.
You think it is business. I'm telling you what I'm at.
Ripple is a business. This is the point I'm trying to make. You're talking about Ripple. You're talking about the business of the XRP ledger, the business of XRAC, the business of RippleNet, the business that runs these products, that created, that produced these products. and provide these products to their customers. That's what we're talking about. You trying to get into bringing what you feel is built up evidence to say that they're this and they're that and they're not this and they're not that. To devalue them so you can devalue the coin. Yeah. And the project. Yeah. I know what your guy's doing. Don't play. Don't play me. You're not playing me. And I don't know who else you're playing, but I don't think you're playing a lot of people.
Asking,
There's nefarious business acts from various companies.
what do you know?
You
What do
can't.
you know
I
about
mean, we're not
secret
going to save the
societies?
world,
What do you know
people.
about secret
We're not going to save the
societies?
world.
That's my question to you, sir. What do you
Yeah.
know about secret societies?
I know a lot about
Okay,
it.
then go. So
That's one of my areas, but I'm not.
oh,
I'm
that's
here
one of your.
to
That's
get
one
on
of
that.
your
I
areas.
just wanted
That's
to
one of
ask
your.
a question. What about
Oh,
ODL?
okay.
I mean,
Got
what
it.
about what about their functions? What about their use case? What about the proof in the platter that what they're doing in the corridors is like it's not happening? We don't see these
No,
in
they
these
can.
reports. We don't see
They
these
can
things in the
make.
track
They
record.
can swap any.
It's like when you go to
Yo,
court,
stop
you got papers,
interrupting
you got
each
documents, you
other.
got track record.
Stop interrupting each other one at a time. This is not how a discussion works. Rick, back to you. You're the host. Back to you. You can direct.
Yeah, look, let's let James finish.
You see how he says, let James finish? Let me
So
They
James?
can swap any currency / any currency code, launch a bunch of different products, and say. And if you're thinking like an elite and you know about secret societies, do you know?
Why you talk about secret societies and elite? I mean, like, you guys are bugging out, man. You know, it's not even all about that, man, because the people at the top, they don't really care about what you're talking about. They don't care about you putting out negatives about what they're doing. So why do you waste your time? You just move on. We're people who want to invest and get money. And like even my man T, and I'm glad he mentioned that when he spoke in one of his last space, and it was major with Quincy in there, and he said, you know, basically paraphrasing because I'm not going to say word for word, but he was basically saying that he doesn't care. I mean, he has his career. He's doing what he does, and he's happy with it. He's you know, he does well for himself and his family and whoever he's involved in his relationship and so forth is his partner and his child, his children. I don't know how many children he has. I think he has one child, but anyway, he does his thing, man, and he doesn't even ask for money for what he does, speaking out and going on these platforms and doing it even in the Discord and getting money on YouTube to monetize his videos. He says no, he doesn't want to do this. He's not about the money like that because he knows he's going to get it. He knows it's going to come some way, inshallah, God willing. But the point is that he don't worry about what the elites are doing to like that extent. He's like, yo, I'm maneuvering. Like recently, he even said in one of his tweets, talking about he's gonna keep it going. You know, he's not worried about they want to keep stuff and keep pausing stuff and keep stalling stuff. Okay, that's gonna give me more to be able to accumulate. All of us hypothetically to accumulate more and get them bags full and ready when you're finally released, because we're not stupid people and we're not letting go. We're not selling our bags out. So y'all just gotta keep and realize the elites, and he's talking to the elites or the people or the powers that be. We're not giving it up. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to come and kill us to get our bags. And he didn't say that, but I'm just saying I'm adding to it. And I feel where he's coming from. And you guys, I don't know where you're coming from. Y'all out there, y'all gone. And you know, y'all need to leave people alone. Stop coming into these spaces. If I start a space, you guys are not gonna be able to speak the way y'all speak. That's it. I'm sorry. I'm a mute y'all. Every time you start that crap, I'll let you come in. You can go in and sit in there and listen. And if you want to ask a question, ask a question. But other than that, you start running your rhetoric, you're gonna be shut down. That's how I do. I'm bringing the hard part of me. I have a great big heart, but when you play around and you start this stuff and you start coming at people, I don't like that stuff. I don't like bullies. I don't like bullies. That's what all my times. The bullies that try to bully me, they got to know what it was in the hood where I came from. They got to know. They know I'm not a big dude too. I may have a strong voice, strong disposition, but in my hood, people tried me. And I'm talking about the past to let you know about my present. That I'm not that tight. You know what I'm saying? Not that we getting into it like that, but you bully people, I don't like that. I just don't like that. And what these guys did the last past space that my man Zach did, he was holding his own. He did well still. But I kept trying to tell, I was I was trying to get in there on stage so I can, help him out a little bit, and then like, kind of like, divert their questions because they was coming in both one at a time, simultaneously, trying to hit him. Didn't want to give him no word in edgewise. I mean, this is your space. You got to control that to the point where they shouldn't be the ones over talking you all the time. And that's how I feel. But anyway, so let me let it go.
Know how many people? My neighbors hold XRP. Like my whole neighborhood holds XRP. The school teachers that I used to get taught mathematics,
Who cares, man?
and everyone's
just trying to tell a story, so you want people to feel low, and we yeah, I understand and I feel you. No, don't play that stuff, man. Don't play that stuff.
Here's the thing:
Fear,
you just say
uncertainty and doubt.
You
just say
dollars.
That which there is some skepticism on it, where the people feel that crypto is going to go to zero. They have fear from people who create that fear, or that crypto no longer has a good project, or so forth.
What we're
So
doing is
that's
it's analysis, bro. It's not.
I'm trying to say it's analysis, bro. Please, bro. It's not just analysis, because when you talk about another project, right, following right after that, and you start putting down and talking and using comparisons of this is McDonald's and burgers, that Ripple's giving you XRP is a burger, and Chromium is the gold or something like this. Come on, don't play me. Don't play. Stop trying to play people and think people don't understand your the way that you speak and how you present these issues that you're trying to come to bring, and act like you guys are heroes of the people in the XRP community to save them from scammers. This is what we're not liking, because then you go pushing people to XPR and projects like this, Chromium or this or whatever, whoever it is. Not to say that any of those projects are bad, but don't take us away from what we invested in. This is what I invested. This is our prerogative. Let me invest in what I'm investing. Don't talk down about my investment. Talk down about your investment. If you don't like it, okay, then you move out. I just don't trust it, and for me, that's just me. But to everybody else, if you choose, boom, boom, boom. And don't spend a crusade, like you're on a crusade, going in every space to try to bring some doubt. This is the point. This is the patterns is clear. Fear, uncertainty, and doubt.
To $1 billion into the XRPL ecosystem. So let's critically think for a minute. What would be some of those projects that get $500 million to $1 billion? Is it XRP Healthcare? The XRP ledger that's getting Brad Garbinghouse. We've invested $500 million, and this was a year ago, by the way. So of Ripple, McDonald's, not even going to. All these
just stay calm. Just stay calm.
Can I ask a question?
No, it pisses me off. It pisses me off because these.
Because you're an investor, right?
Exactly. I'm a neutral investor.
So thank you.
Now, let me just finish. I'm a neutral investor, and I'm a diversified investor.
Correct.
Okay, so now he's getting there, but he's not holding it. He's not taking heed to what he's saying himself.
Correct. I can't predict the future.
And
neither of these gentlemen can predict the future. We can't predict if it's a scam. It may not be a scam. It could be the it coin.
You say that now, it may not be a scam, but you contradict yourself and you go back, and then later on, while you're saying what you're saying to try to sound like you're a neutral guy, then you want to say, oh, it's a scam and it's a fraud. You just earlier before said it was a fraud. And now you're saying it might not be. Which one is it? You go back and forth all the time, bro. Your words are not to be taken seriously, because you can't even stay firm on an argument. You back and forth.
I don't know that. But you know what? There are red flags. and we follow red flags. We, as I said,
Can I say something?
Yeah,
Can I please say something? I'm just like, I find it, I don't know. I find it a little weird that we're talking about like being responsible, making sure like people aren't getting misled and whatnot, and then somebody comes in and shills corium for literally 10 minutes without giving any facts besides just saying like, no, this is the one, this is the one.
No, he's not.
Same thing.
No.
Same
He's not
thing
shilling.
as XRP. No, it's the same thing.
He's not
Yeah,
shilling. He's not shilling corium. He's not shilling.
See how they cut him off?
Corium. He's telling you that the tech about corium.
Somebody give the meaning of shilling, please.
Back up what you're saying. So
that was meaning. Somebody give the meaning of shilling, please. So we'll know. I like to break stuff down so then people can say, oh yeah, this is, so what are you doing right now? And we can analyze what you actually doing and compare it to that which we're breaking down from the meaning of this word. The acronym of FUD, breaking it down, fear, uncertainty, doubt. Is that not what you're doing? This is not how people are feeling? Okay, come on now.
You're saying that I came in here to show corium. I came in here to give absolute facts. Brad Garlinghouse has stated in many interviews, I can post the links and DM them to you. We have invested $500 million to $1 billion into the XRP Ledger ecosystem. So when you hear that statement, if you're a critical thinker, let's look at what those projects that could be receiving such an absurd amount of capital could be.
But that doesn't mean that the product is legit just because someone has invested in it. And you're also saying the same people who are fucking us over, Ripple, all this stuff, the same people we can't trust. Now you're saying since they invested a little bit of money, we should just trust that project 100%.
$500 million to $1 billion.
It's like you're talking for Ripple, dude. This guy is like, he's talking for Ripple, like he's working with Ripple. He's part of the Ripple company. Neil doesn't even talk beyond his position and his field of work. How are you going to talk? This is the thing with these guys. You know what I'm saying? They like, wow. It's ridiculous. And even T talks about it. These guys, and he talks really, really, really cool and patient in a sense. He doesn't come off like I'm coming off right now. But I'm getting him a little bit. I gotta get him. I gotta get him. I'm one of them old schools like that. We don't play that. You're gonna get it if you ain't right. You understand? And that's it. But anyway, I thank you guys from listening. I'm gonna stop there. And keep up the good work, guys. Stay on point. Stay focused. A good portion of you guys in the crypto space, we'll say XRP community. I'm not going to talk for the whole crypto space on this point because it's based on XRP, talking down about XRP and trying to shield people away from XRP to other projects. This is what these guys are doing. Beware. Stay away from them. Stay focused. Stay on point. You are an investor. Know and understand and even read about what it means. Read about the different investors, but read about where you're at as an investor in this asset. And that you want to basically know your position is firm. That you stand firm because you stand for what you believe in and you know the value of that which you have invested in is valuable and has a future. And it will go to where you want it to go. And it will give you what you are trying to get from it, which is a return of your investment, a profit, your wealth. So stay with it, people. Don't allow the people to press you or push you to sell your bags and help you to get out of this asset. And I hope that you listen and take heed to me. And listen to Alan. Listen to another older guy with wisdom. And he talks about it. He talks on a real cool, peaceful basis. He's not like me. He's not like some other guys that might be sharp-edged. Look at even Quincy. Quincy shut down scams. He was going, T in his space was going to try to allow scams to ask Quincy a question. Quincy said, I don't give a f. He didn't care about that. He ain't with that. He's beyond that. He's going to Las Vegas, XRP. conference, and he's going to be with the big peoples over there. Some of the people who rubbing elbows. XRP, maybe somebody would pop in over there from Ripple. You know what I'm saying? He already did it. He already did a talk with Amex. I think it was Amex or something like that. Back a few months back, or last year, I think. And man, come on, we got to get above this stuff. And I want a bit much. It's about an hour in. Man, I should have did a live for this, but anyway, if you don't want to listen, like I said, you can listen to some of the video later. But this is needed. I'm just saying, stay in, stay firm, stand firm, and don't allow yourself to get, taken out of this asset class. All right. Thank you for listening. Keep up the good work. Stay with your bro. Subscribe. Click the like button. Share this video. And until next time, peace.